A conservative writer just tried to mock Ocasio-Cortez and instead exposed himself as a creepy pervert. The conservative media has been obsessing over the newest Democratic rising star, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, since Election Day. Titillated at the thought of having a honest-to-God Democratic s-s-s-s-s-s-s socialist to mock and demean, they've spent countless hours analyzing her every move and trying to portray her as both a hypocrite and an ignorant fool. That didn't end so well for Washington Examiner writer Eddie Scarry, who today decided to insinuate that Cortez was lying about how much money she has because she had a jacket and a coat appropriate for wearing to the United States Congress. Eddie Scarry tweet at @eScarry, Hill staffer sent me this pic of Ocasio-Cortez they took just now. I'll tell you something, that jacket and coat don't look like a girl who struggles. Conservatives have found it hilarious that Ocasio-Cortez, a 29-year-old former bartender from New York, couldn't afford to rent a house in Washington, D.C. until her congressional paychecks started coming in. Scarry's tweet is clearly a smug attempt to imply that she was lying about how much money she had because she could afford clothing. Katie Nelson tweet at Greg Nelson, the absolute dumbest people in DC think that in order to support robust social programs you should have to wear a barrel with suspenders on it and eat dirt. The denizens of Twitter immediately pounced, flooding his tweet with over 12,000 angry replies in a little over an hour. But it didn't take long before the internet figured out that this was not the first time that Scarry had been caught sharing creepy pictures of women without their consent. Eddie Scarry tweet at @eScarry, just saw a very special person outside SCOTUS. Don't want to give it away but here's her butt. It turns out Scarry is known around DC for taking creep shots of women and posting them online. The above tweet was part of a series of shots of what he termed weird sightings but what we would call fetish photographs. The Observer reports he posted pictures with captions like this big butt, one of many that made an already cramped event that much smaller. Another big butt. And one final series of big butts. Then there's the feet pic. This guy should probably on some kind of sexual predator watch list. But considering his employer is the Washington Examiner, it's unlikely this exceptionally creepy behavior will result in any disciplinary action. Ocasio-Cortez quickly took to Twitter to address the photo, correctly pointing out that no matter what she did, they would try to tear her down, because they're terrified of what she represents and recognize the power that her ideas hold. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez at Ocasio 2018, if I walked into Congress wearing a sack, they would laugh and take a picture of my backside. If I walk in with my best sale rack clothes, they laugh and take a picture of my backside. Dark hates light, that's why you tune it out. Shine bright and keep it pushing. As of publication, Scarry has elected to tweet through it and pretend that nothing is wrong despite being the laughingstock of the internet. Come at the Queen, you best not miss.